Sentry mode activated. Target acquired.
Hey there hunters, and welcome back to the Gunners Guild. Today we're going to be doing a set of videos diving deeper into each of the Prowler playstyles and explaining their optimal setups and play. I'm going to try to get 3 videos out this time, first one being of the fight and protect cats, second one being the boomerang cats, and lastly this video for the beast cat. And I do want to point out again that I will be using assist palicos. They provide me with buffs such as go fight win to reduce the cost of my skills, which let me spam skills, and they do some damage buffs with their cat horns, and they place bombs, so they're going to be a lot of supplement damage. They're really big assets to my team, and of course you're not going to use them when you're doing TA runs, but they do help me out a ton. With that out of the way, let's dive into these beast cats. So here's the setup we're going to be using for the beast cat, which I will explain in a bit. It's effectively all melee, but you can use Mega Boomerang if you want it as a meter burn, because it would basically be your only ranged option, and there will be situations that arise that you just can't melee the monster effectively. There are plenty of setups you can do, and you should try your own skills with your cat, but this is kind of what I'm going with today to demonstrate. So beast cats, these guys are different. Their main skill is release the beast, which is actually what turns them into a beast cat. Until this skill is active, the beast cats act exactly like the fight cat outside of furious state. They have the neutral dodge, they can throw boomerangs twice, they have all the same skills and standard prowler stuff. But that's boring. So we use release the beast and get this crazy thing. I do want to note, and it's very important to note, I have done this before, that beast cats are bad. We use boomerangs on all other cats because it's far superior to melee attacks, and beast cat being all melee and not having boomerangs to use means that they're really bad. Motion value of beast cat attacks are significantly worse than boomerang cats. The reason why I use beast cat is because I'm playing the Cope Edition mod, which buffs a lot of the lower tier weapons and makes beast cats actually pretty decent to use. In standard GU, these cats do like no damage. With that out of the way, let's dive into beast cats and show how they play. So when you're in beast mode, you're going to notice they have an entirely new moveset. It's got 2 different style of attacks. The A attacks, which charge and dash, which is a really nice way to reposition closer to the target, and then the follow-up for that is a jump slash. Note that this jump slash happens after pretty much any attack. You can use this as a mix-up. The X attacks are your melee combos, which when you finish, you will get this jumping finisher that will buff your beast gauge by 1 if you touch a monster with it. Kind of like a longsword combo finisher. Now beast mode has 3 levels, the first level granting you rock steady, the second granting you 15% infinity, and the third granting you SP mode, allowing you to build up meter faster. Once maxed, your finisher becomes basically your ledge attack, allowing you to do a lot of little claw swipes, which builds up a lot of mount as well. You can cancel the X attacks with A, as I mentioned, to do the jump slash and reset your combo. You can also cancel most attacks with R1, which is a backflip on beast cat rather than a block. Beast cats cannot block, so you really need to learn the monsters to be able to dodge them effectively. Beast cat is interesting to play, but as you can probably see, most of their attacks move the cat a lot, making it really hard to do consistent damage even on a down monster. Because of this, we typically want to do a short rotation of attacks with the neutral X slash and then a neutral A jump slash afterwards. This moves you the least while attacking, but it still does move you forward a bit, so you're going to have to reposition often. Thankfully, this 2-hit combo recovers quick and you can turn around and attack again quickly. This set of attacks is also really easy to cancel out of with the dodge, making it relatively safe most of the time. This is kind of our bread and butter combo we're going to be using with beast cat. Using charged A to close distances can be helpful as well, though if I can, I prefer Feline Comet as it does much better damage, it's quicker, and it covers more space. It just costs a meter, which is the only downside. So the beast mode levels when you're doing like your finisher seems like the logical move to make when playing beast cats, but honestly you should kind of avoid it unless you have like a monster in a really bad position and you can't really hit it normally, and being that there's no other options. The reason is because beast mode only lasts 90 seconds, and if you spend all your time trying to get your combos up and beast level max, then by the time you do it, you're going to be just about out of beast mode. And plus, the buffs aren't that significant. Getting extra meter off SP mode's cool, but not mandatory, and 15% infinity is kinda whatever. It's better to just do your bread and butter 2-hit combo to get as much damage in it as possible, then build beast mode level when there aren't any other options. This is also why extend beast skill is basically mandatory for beast cat. Unfortunately, it's a DLC only skill, which needs to be passed down to your cat from some other DLC cat. This skill extends beast mode by 40 seconds, I believe, which is pretty huge. It saves time reapplying beast mode and the meter from having to do it less often. Kind of wish beast mode was 2 minutes by default. So Artful Dodger is the other almost mandatory skill to have on your Beast Cat, because you can't block, dodge is your only option, so you need to be able to dodge consistently. And it becomes harder to do as your cat perspective is really messed up when you're hugging a monster. It's really hard to see, so the extra little bit of iframes you get out of Artful Dodger make the Beast Cat more user friendly. It kind of feels like Evade 3 Lancing in for you, and it's really crazy with its iframes. We're also using Forbidden Acorn here as well on Beast Cat. Just like the Boomerang Cats, we can't really do anything without our buffs, so having Meteor to start saves us a lot of time so we can go into fights instantly with Beast Mode. Soothing Roll is going to be our healing skill of choice here, as it's a C tier skill that is really easy to grab, and it lets us use our teachable skills for like A tier skills such as traps. For Meter Burn, Claw Dance and Feline Comment are going to be used rather often. While you can use Weapon Upgrade, it doesn't really last that long, and I feel like the extra damage you get out of it doesn't really justify the 3 meter to use. Comet Spam and Claw Dance feel like much better options in my eye. I'm also using traps, which, like with Protect Cats, we don't have a lot of opportunities to use Claw Dance, and so we can force our own openings with traps. Plus, there are a ton of capture quests, and if you don't want to use an Assist Cat, I mean, here's a good option. Alright, so that's kind of my brief rundown on how we're playing Beast Cat. It's relatively simple and watered down for the cat, I know, but it's what does the most damage, and if you're already playing one of the worst weapons and the worst cats in that weapon, you might as well make the most of it. So that's all for me. I hope you all learned something, and good luck out there, hunters.